Oh, I love the oval headlights. Oh my God. See, I like oval headlights and I like things sticking out the front bumper. So I like the oil cooler and I like the intercooler. But look at the two bunnies. They're hanging out. Aww. Two peas in a pod. Bigger than a Snicker, of course. And then, ayo. They're meant to be. So much has happened over the past week, 2 weeks, so much has happened. Obviously you saw the last video where the audio was garbage. Caleb and Haggard Garage and More Skids was in town, so we were doing that Mahon Drift event. And then the other big thing that's been happening, a big change for myself and for Keith and Murica Motorsports, but Murica Motorsports decided to shut down and move on. So Keith Johnson, the owner of Murica Motorsports, has a crazy opportunity that he has to go take in North Carolina, where he's going to be the general manager of National Speed, which is a cool tuning shop out there where they kind of build everything and do everything. But that's where he originally got into cars. So after being a part of Murica Motorsports for the past 4 years, National Speed came back to Keith and said, hey man, we want you to run the shop again. So, you know, it's a cool thing. He has a bunch of family out there. It's where he got into the automotive industry and the dudes want him back, and it's so super cool how it's come full circle and all that cool stuff. But what does that mean for me? It means a couple different things. So obviously my boss 14 will no longer be at Murica Motorsports here in Arizona, but Keith Johnson's still gonna be a huge part of the team, even though he's in North Carolina. All my parts are loaded up right here. Look at that. We got transmissions, got this pipe that probably won't last very long. I am so stoked because how things happen and change, sometimes it's always for the better, and in this case it is for the better. Keith is going back to where he started, back to his family, and then here I am moving back into something else. My car will go to North Carolina probably in the next 3-4 months. One of the biggest changes that's going to happen this year, oh my God, this is so awesome. We're shipping the car to Portland. Jason and the guys at Portland Speed Industries, PSI. You guys probably have heard of them. They were like the innovators of anti-lag and drifting and 2J gurus. They built some of the coolest cars. They've worked on some of the coolest teams. They work with Daigo Saito, Robbie Nishida, Ryan Turek, Kyle Pollard. I could probably name 90% of the field in Formula Drift. I'm sure they helped Ken Gucci, but those guys are wizards of what they do. And so the past 2 weeks or so, when Keith made this decision to make the move, the dudes hit me up, and we just, obviously, we know the dudes through the industry, knew all the PSI guys, and they're like, do you know what? Let's make some changes. And so here we are, getting the car built, Portland Speed. Once it's built and running, we're gonna go back to North Carolina to Keith, where we're gonna start our drifting season out on the East Coast. So, crazy stuff. Everything is meant to be. It's all supposed to happen this way, but here's my last load, and then I'll show you inside the shop. 2J block, that's going to Universal Machine to get the Y-scope pistons and K1 rods put in it. 4-speed G-force. There's the head that's getting the Kelford springs and cams. Old 2JZ, VVTi, turbo manifold, my old LS cam, you suck. All my spare necks and tires, front bumper, rear diffuser, gas can, what else? Engine mounts, front end for the boss, gasket kit. Intercoolers, engine parts. And then obviously you guys have seen this shop quite a bit. Let's show you what the inside looks like. All the cars are gone. Let's go on the back here. Empty. That's the thing, is so much changes, and the only thing you could really do is say, you know what, cool. We have to adapt to those changes, so only good things are gonna come out of this. Obviously, Murica Motorsports and Keith has done so much for me in the past 5-6 months when we took the car to him originally in the LS, but we got 4 months. 4 months until we start drifting, 3 months. We'll actually probably have the car running now, since it's gonna go to Portland at the beginning of January, middle of January, hopefully middle of February, beginning of March. We'll start testing on the West Coast, probably in Portland, and then shipping out. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's like a ghost town in here. It's cool though, cool feeling. Yep, Jackson. What are you doing, dude? Hey. What are you doing? What are you doing?
That thing too.
Seeing what, 4 months?
About 4 months.
Let's do it, dude. Bye, Murica Motorsports. You're awesome. Bigger, better things. Let's do it. Alright, so we're moving Tristan's 240, but look at this. Parking spot 69. Let's get this thing loaded up and then get back to grabbing more parts. Oh, there's a feral cat. Where are you going, feral cat?
Sweet.
Alright, chalk the wheel. Perfect. Alright, that's not gonna go anywhere.
It's got van support.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're good.
Yep. Shit's stiff.
Dude, this is sick. Just don't care. Oh, it's so badass, dude.
It's a cowboy.
What's up, Cowboy Cash in the building? He's not scared at all. Hi, Cash, look at your little hat, dude. Look at your little hat, dude. Oh, sorry, buddy. There you go. Look at that. What a beast.
Right?
Nice job, Cash. You look good today, buddy. All right, bye, Dad.
Either way, I can meet you too. Yes. It's a 240 SX.
That was a funny sound. All right, we just moved the old Banshee into the shop. Got everything kind of situated now until we ship it out. This poor girl has lived a life. Holy shit. So here we are. We have old beauty over here. Not that one, this one. Sitting in the shop. We just moved everything over from Murica to stay in storage for another week or two before we ship it out to Portland. This poor girl had a rough life. Murica Motorsports, we had the V8 in it. We had it running on the dyno. Blew up. Couldn't get that thing working again. That engine was so far gone that it was not even worth putting the effort back into that thing. And this 2JZ platform has definitely created a lot more relationships than I've ever thought it would. The PSI guys have so much experience with them that to get this thing up and running, I'm so confident those dudes will just knock it out of the park. And then Universal Machine, they built a handful of Force Wings motors, so those dudes know what they're doing. The thing is just making sure we do it right, and we've always have done it right. It's just that we've always had bad luck. I guess that goes to show, even if no matter how good or how bad your luck is, just don't stop doing it. Just get it done. We've had a goal from day one when we first took this kit in 2015, 2016 to have this thing up, going, and running. And that's still my mission. That is still our mission as a team. It's not about me now. It's about let's get the team together and let's do this again. And the guys at Murica have been a huge supporter and they will continue to be a huge supporter. But you know what? If this hasn't been frustrating for myself, I'm sure it's been frustrating for you guys watching this and saying, why hasn't it been on track? Why hasn't it been on track? Trust me, I'm probably the one going more crazy than you are. But the thing is we could have given up a long time ago. We could have just threw this thing in the trash can and said, you know what, it was fun, and it was a SEMA car. It's beyond that now. It's well beyond that now. It's to a point where now we have a mission. Our mission is to get this thing running the best it can be and to make sure we can still go out there and put on a show and drive this. Now driving the 350Z, that got me back on track. That helped so much. But now there's the mission's back on, let's do this. And now we have the right people. And we've always had the right people, but now it's just making the force that much stronger with combining all the resources. And the other thing too, guys, is this thing right here has been built purely on relationships and friendships and camaraderie amongst the drifting community. That's how this thing right here has been built. So people from all over the United States, companies, friends, teams, people, they've helped me so much on this thing. And for people to say, oh man, you should get it running, you know what, man, we're doing everything we can, and at the end of the day, this thing has brought more people together and more friendships together than anything I've ever done. So we're gonna stay committed. We're putting new people, new resources, everything we have together to finally get it to where we want it. But here it is. Thank you guys for being a part of this for so long. I apologize that this thing hasn't seen what it should be seeing, and that's tons of track time, but pretty confident now that we're gonna do the right thing. So no matter what, guys, stay committed. Don't ever give up. When things seem tough, just keep going, because it can always get worse. So keep your head straight, do your thing, but let's give it another shot. Portland Speed Industries, Murica Motorsports. We're ready, boys. Let's make the next jump. Till next time, guys. We'll see you probably this week, I'm hoping. Hopefully I'll see you this week.